Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO at Dismakers. Welcome to part 2 of my video series about how to turn online followers and streamers into paying fans. In part 1, we talked about how to stop leaking or losing the fans who are already finding you, how to engage them and capture their contact info into something that you own, like an email list. If you haven't seen it, I suggest that you watch that first. I'll pin a comment with a link down below. If you followed what I discussed in that last video, you've now got a base of fans that you can reach, which is awesome. And certainly many artists we work with have sizable databases with hundreds, sometimes thousands of their fans on it. But here's the next problem. Most artists still don't make any money. Why is that? Well, mostly it's because they never actually ask their fans to buy anything. Yes, they post, they share, they promote their music, but they don't sell. And if you don't ask, you don't get. So here's the uncomfortable truth that is the key reason to why artists with fans don't earn much revenue. Most artists are afraid to sell. Artists worry about being too commercial, turning fans off by asking them to buy an album or a t-shirt or a concert ticket. They're worried about being annoying by asking for a sale. So instead of flat out asking for a sale, they say things like, check out my new track, or link in bio, or stream my latest song. And that is not going to generate any revenue for you because that is not a sales message. It's more of a suggestion. And suggestions don't generate revenue. So let's talk a bit about that head trash that you have as an artist. The fear of just asking your fans to buy your album. That fear stems from a lack of self-confidence that makes you believe that your fans don't want to buy from you, which is flat out wrong. This is the mental reframe that you need to make in your head. Fans want to support you. Make that reframe. If someone joined your email list, if they follow you on social, if they come to your show, they already like you. They already want to support you. So your job is not to avoid selling. Your job is to make it easy for them to say yes. So how do you actually convert fans into buyers? You need to tell them what you want them to do. Plain and simple. There's no need to do anything complicated. You need 3 things. First, you need a clear offer. You have to give fans something to buy, and not buy my music in general. You have to make it specific so the fan receiving the message doesn't have to guess what it is that you're asking them to do. Here's a few examples. Signed CD, $15. Limited first vinyl pressing, 100 copies only, just $25 each. Bundle CD plus t-shirt for just $30. Pre-order my new album, ships next month. The clearer the offer, the easier you make the decision for the fan to commit. The second thing you need to do is to make a direct ask. This is where most artists fall down. You have to actually ask, not hint, not imply, ask. Instead of new album out now, say click here to order your signed CD. Instead of merch available, say grab your copy before they're gone. It's simple. Be direct. Tell your audience exactly what you need them to do. Don't leave any room for ambiguity or interpretation. None. And finally, the third thing that you need is to give a fan a reason to act now. If there's no urgency to act right now, most people wait, and when they wait, most of them just flat out forget. So give them a reason to act now. How? By playing up scarcity and deadline. Here's a few examples. Let fans know you only have a limited quantity. Only 100 copies pressed. Let them know this offer is time-based. Pre-order ends Friday. Offer them a bonus to buy now. First 25 orders get a signed copy. You don't need to fake scarcity. No need to lie. Just give people a reason not to put off buying. Let's look at where artists get this wrong. I see this all the time. Artist posts, new music out now, link in bio. What happens? The fan scrolls, maybe listens, moves on, no sale. Here's a better way to make that same offer. I just released my new album and I pressed 100 CDs. If you want one, grab it here before they're gone. Now they've got a clear offer, a direct ask, and a reason to act. And more often than you think, you have that sale. So, where and how do you sell? Let's look at in-person versus on socials versus email. In-person is unbeatable, right? When you're performing at a concert, make sure you have product there to sell. Then tell your audience while you're on stage that you have vinyl and CDs for sale at the merch booth in the back, and you'll be there personally to autograph them. Selling message delivered. Easy peasy. And as a bonus, at most venues, 100% of those in-person sales revenues come directly to you. No percentage of revenue to split with a retailer. Now, let's talk about driving online sales, specifically using socials versus email. Here's the deal. Your socials create attention, your email list drives sales. Or, as I like to say, social for show, email for dough. So here's what to do. On social, remind people the product exists, tease it, show it, unboxing, hold it, signing it. Point them to your link in a pinned comment, which is probably easiest, and in your bio. And then in your email, make the offer, tell the story behind it to grab the reader, and ask for the sale directly. This is not hard. Fans want to support you. If you make the right ask, you won't annoy them, you'll delight them. So here's a simple plan you can execute this week. Pick one product, CD, vinyl, simple merch item like a t-shirt. Create one clear offer. Signed CD, $15, only 50 copies available. And then send one email. Tell fans a compelling story about your CD, what it is, why it matters. Ask them to buy. Give them a link to your website or Bandcamp page or your Spinny distribution selling page to make it easy. Post it 3 to 5 times on socials. Show the product, mention it's available, point to your link, and that's it. No complicated marketing funnels, no ad spend, just a simple test. At the end of the week, did you get any sales? I'll bet if you made a clear offer, made the ask, and gave your fans a reason to act now, it will outperform what you were doing before. And see, that didn't hurt at all, did it? So here's the bottom line. If you don't ask your fans to buy, they won't. Not because they don't want to, because you didn't give them the opportunity. And you know what's beautiful about all of this? Once you start actually making sales, there are all kinds of ways to increase how much each fan spends. Bundles, limited editions, special offers. I'll address that plus much more in my next video, which is all about maximizing your sales. I'll see you there.